Hi, this is Dr. Dawn, and I am just coming today because I want to talk to you a little bit about macronutrients. So I've been a chiropractic physician for approximately 31 years, and through that time, I do see a lot of people who have a lot of inflammation. So I became a faster way coach, and we talk a lot about macronutrients. So I have patients and clients ask me, what is a macronutrient? A macronutrient is a carbohydrate, a protein, a fat, and fiber. So I usually tell people the two most important things to keep track of is protein and fiber. Number one, protein, because it feeds our cells. This is how we grow. And most of you know examples of what protein would be. I used to think that I was a vegan for a short period of time, and I probably felt the worst. And nothing against veganism. I think we all have to find out what works best for our own body chemistry. For me, that did not work. But what did work was being very consistent with my macronutrients, specifically protein. I have lifted weights for many years, and I got results, but never the results I really wanted, and I didn't have the energy that I really wanted until I started keeping track. And so when I kept track of my protein, and as you know, protein can be from most animal sources. I personally do not eat gluten or dairy, so I do eat eggs now, and chicken, organic fish, shellfish. I also use vegetarian sources like tofu, tempeh, and by keeping track, I can tell and make sure that I'm over 100 grams per day. So I try to aim for about 130, but it depends on each individual person. So let's also talk about fiber. Fiber feeds our microbiome, and that is our gut bacteria, and we need at least 35 grams of fiber per day. Some great sources of fiber would be chia seeds. I personally love tahini. Tahini itself in one serving has 2.5 grams of dietary fiber. A lot of the foods that you're eating, you're gonna have fiber in them. A lot of the carbohydrate sources. Here's another example of a carbohydrate source, organic quinoa. And in one serving of quinoa, there is approximately 3 grams of fiber. So throughout the day, as long as you're keeping track with a macro tracker, that is how you're gonna figure out if you're getting at least 35 grams per day. Most people are not, but once you start keeping track and realizing what foods have extra fiber, it is so helpful. The other two macronutrients would be carbohydrates and fat. So if you're gonna eat fat, you wanna eat non-seed oils, meaning you don't want safflower oil, corn oil, any of the processed vegetable oils. They're very inflammatory. If you were going to eat fat, I would highly recommend an avocado, tahini. You can do nut butters as long as you don't have any sensitivities toward them. Coconut oil, I like to cook with that, and I usually just use a small amount, and I do measure my food. I find that to be very helpful for the macro tracking, because when you're keeping track of your macronutrients and making sure that you're getting enough of each one, that is how your body is gonna run as efficiently as it is meant to. Some other forms of carbs that I find to be very helpful would be sweet potatoes. I typically love to get Hana or Japanese sweet potatoes and cook them, and then I put them in the refrigerator, which really helps to make them more bioavailable, and they also get digested better. And then I will cut them up and put them in an air fryer, add them to salad, but these are really good carbs that you can add to your daily diet, because we do need carbs. You can also add fruits. I love, strawberries are really good, and quinoa is one of my favorites. Here is organic basmati rice. That's another one of my favorites. So making and creating balanced meals it's essential. And I mean, sometimes, you know, we're very busy, and just making things ahead of time can be very helpful. And just having whole foods in your refrigerator and just assembling them together over a couple days can be also very helpful. I am going to start doing some demonstrations on how I prepare my foods as far as like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, to make a whole food based diet that is more food assembly, as opposed to, I'm certainly not this amazing chef. But I hope that this was helpful, shedding light on what a macronutrient is. I will see you very soon, and I hope you have a great day.